All right. So tonight I'm going to start trying to actually make the drive shaft for this. Or I shouldn't say start making the drive shaft, start making some more of the drive shaft. So basically, on one end, we're going to have this piece that I snatched from a 60-inch Simplicity Sunstar mower deck. And on the other end, we're going to have this. What I'm going to start working on tonight is going to be this end. I'm going to make a plug that will go in this piece of half-inch or inch-and-a-half conduit and adapt to this piece of 1-inch stock here. So the first thing I need to do is I need to I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not, but I need to knock off this little ridge that's in here. I'm going to do it on both ends since I'll have the tool available right now. Ideally, I would eliminate it somewhere in the middle here also, but I can't really reach in that far very easily, and I don't want to rig up anything fancy to do that. So the piece that's going to be welded inside here, I'll do something a little different with to deal with it, but that's what I'm going to start with here real quick. And this should only take a couple of seconds. Okay, that will solve that little problem, and I don't think this file does any good. I have to look at that file at some point. I don't think it works for shit. Alright. Okay, I think it's time to take you guys over to the lathe. Alrighty. So, now what I want to do is I want to get this piece of, I don't know, 1 5/8 I think, material drilled and bored out so that this will go in pretty snugly. Not like a press-in fit or anything, but I want to make sure it fits really well. So, let's see here. 1-inch material here, so let's see what kind of drill bits I got here. Yeah. Get started with a 5/16. That'll go. Yeah, I don't have to go all the way through the material. I just need to get at least an inch or so in. I only want about a 1/2 inch or so, maybe 3/8 inch sliver of this. So, anyways, I'm going to drill that, then I'm going to upsize. So I'll bring it back when I start doing something a little more interesting than just drilling holes. Alrighty, I got it drilled out to about 15/16 now. I think I'm gonna change out this grooving tool for whatever this thing is. That should reach in there real nice. Okay. I'm centered up okay. That should give me plenty of depth. All right, here it goes. One of the big issues I have to keep close track on is I am really terrible about sneaking up to inside dimensions. So I have to be very, very careful about this, or I will just blow right past what I want to be at. And I don't take this completely accurately because this is never seems to be right, but it's showing about 35 thousandths or so that I need to take off yet. So I will take off less than that. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna keep plugging away at this. I'll bring you guys back when I've got a better fit here. Alrighty, I'd say I am pretty happy with that. Got it just the way I want it. So I will reposition this in the chuck and set up my parting tool. Did that actually pop? Oh wow. I don't think I've ever had one of them pop before. All right. Plenty. Be careful here. I'm going to wind up with a clearance problem. Let's see. That should clear. All right, and I'm going to need to slow this way down. Go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. So what I need to do now is I need to take the 1-inch shaft and weld it to this. So it's nothing fancy to see. I'll go ahead and pause the camera for a little while, and I'll bring you guys back when I've got this welded together and chuck back up in the lathe, ready for the next procedure. Alright, so I got this as sorted out as it's going to be, and yes, the weld looks absolutely terrible. Oh great, I got another light that's failing. Anyways, the weld looks terrible, but it should be good enough for what I needed to do. So now what I got to do is I need to turn this, what's the one, diameter down until it will comfortably fit inside of this conduit. So there goes nothing. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, either I've got a chipped insert or that steel is hardened, so I think I need to swap that real quick. So anyways, let me pause this and I'll bring you guys back here once I get closer to this fitting. Alrighty, it looks like I've got it where I want it. Oh yeah. Say that's a pretty good snug fit. Come on, there we go. Alright, now it's time for the special sauce. Let me show you guys what I got going here. I'm going to pause the camera and move you over to another spot. Alright, now this is going to take a little while, so bear with me. Hopefully, this is where I'll start to kind of get this thing with a little bit of accuracy. Now, like I said in a previous video, I know no matter what I do, I'm not going to get it 100% perfect, but I'm going to try and do the best I can with the equipment and techniques that I have at my disposal. There we go. That in mind, I figure this planer table will make a good reference point for trying to get this fairly concentric from the drive shaft or from the tube to this part. So this is where the front pulley is actually going to mount. I know this is going to be crude, but I think I can get this to work. And I'll bring you guys around to the other side and show you partway through what I've got going on here. Alright, looks like that's about halfway point. Let's see here. I think before I go to this, I think I'm going to chuck this back up in the lathe and kind of get it straightened out a little bit by eye first, and then I'll bring it over here and try to fine tune it a little bit. So I'll bring you back when I'm a little closer. Alright, well, at any rate, it looks like this is going to be extremely clumsy to try to do this. So, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different. At the very least, I'm going to wind up having to go hit this on the welder real quick and put like a spot weld or something on it and start trying to kind of try to give it a little solidity. Probably doesn't show up on camera, but it's not a perfectly snug fit in there, so it wobbles real easy at the moment. So anyways, I think this is probably about where this video is going to end, because I just can't quite videotape any of this and do any of the work that I need to do also. So anyways, I think I'll go ahead and either hit the pause or the stop button. Maybe I'll just hit the pause button, and if the camera's still got some battery left in it after I have made a little progress on this, I'll show you where I'm at. Actually, I made a little revision to how I'm doing this, and it's working a little bit better. I've got my first tack weld in there, and I'm just using one of the T-slots on the planer. It's still a little fumbly, but not nearly as much as it was. And I forgot that there is a little bit of an oval shape on the back end of this thing, so that's going to probably throw me off a little bit anyways, but I'll keep plugging away at this and a few more tack welds and see where I'm at. Okay, I have got 3 tack welds on there now, and I think I am probably about as close as I could ever hope to be on this. So I think I'm going to call that a win. For what this is going to be used for, and considering the semi-experimental nature of it, I'm trying to be a little bit careful with this because those are very small tack welds and could very easily break. So anyways, I'm going to call this the stopping point for the night, so I don't have to do a 30-minute fire watch yet. So anyways, let's see, where are we going to be at here? So the end result will be something like that right there. And what I'll wind up doing is setting up a couple of those inside there, and that will be my drive shaft. And anyways, it's going to be quite the procedure still yet to get these guys finalized. I don't have a very good fit on the rectangular section on these, so that, and I got to do some filing on them, and I've got a fancy procedure I'm going to set up on the lathe to get it to where I can turn the outside diameter of these to fit inside this conduit. So anyways, that's where I am, and I'll catch you guys later.